on black powder meeting shooting, we're going to try another unusual experiment. If you've watched this channel very long, you know I love shooting all kinds of weird stuff to see how they react to the onslaught of black powder round balls. Today we have a couple pieces of hardcore rubber. I'll explain where they come from in just a minute, and we'll talk about the details. And we'll see if the round balls will go through them or bounce off of them or whatever. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody, ear and eye protection is strongly recommended. One day a week, I work for a bowling center near my hometown, and recently I replaced a couple of cushion pads that actually stops the balls like you would see here. Well, I was going to junk some of those and put them in the dumpster, and I realized I need to take one of these home and put it in a black powder experiment. So thank you, Larry, if you're watching this, for the old junk rubber cushion pads. We're going to see how they react to be shot with a black powder gun. Yes! I cut one in half. So actually there's two pieces here. I'm going to paint them yellow for two reasons. One, they're awful black, hard to see down here in the shade, which is what you got to have when it's 90 degrees and shooting in this kind of weather. And number two, I want to be able to hit it so you can see it too. So let's get to paint these rascals and try not to get around the holes. Now, why not? You can see the holes in there where the rubber rivets went through it to hold it in place on the machine. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them without wires in them. Let's see if we can put a fifth one in there. Yeah. So let's put 60 grains of Swiss 3F down in this old Lyman's Great Plains rifle. There's 30. 60. Now that'll make a pretty powerful punch. Let's see if we can smack it all the way through there. Put a 480 round ball on here. Use a little bit of muslin material. I found out on an experiment lately with Barry up at Friendship, Indiana, that the balls actually travel faster with muslin material than they do with pillow technique. Now, accuracy might be a problem, especially with me. But let's put the speed test of this and see what happens with those rubber pads. I stuck a tarp underneath because I'm curious if it just smacks it and drops down, if the ball will be flattened or if it'll still be round or what it's going to look like. So hopefully, if I can shoot it right and it doesn't go through it, we can catch the lead and see what happens. Put a little bit of Swiss Noel B here in the pan, a GPR rifle, 60 grains of Swiss 3F, and let's see what happens. Yeah. Looks like it might have gone all the way through it. If it did, I got 2 more of those pads cut out to put. I'll put all 4 of them up there and see if we get through it. Let's go see what it looks like. Well, it went all the way through it. The first one, and clear through the second one. See that wire there? So all I'm going to do is hang the other 2 up right behind it and see if they go through all 4 of them. Maybe even back the powder load down a little bit, see if we can catch one in there somehow. I love this stuff. Give me a minute, I'll set these other 2 up and we're going to spank them silly. Aha, we have all 4 of those cut pieces up here. Now we can try it with 4 of them. We'll put different loads in them and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes for the rivets, the holes on the machines. Let's put number 6 in there. Yeah. 50 grains of Swiss 3F this time. We'll go all the way through all 4 of them. Let's find out. I got them all shaking. Let's go see what it did to them. Number 1, 2, 3, and it went through off. I didn't go through the last one. Look at that. Look at that, my friends. I found a ball on the tarp. Look how flattened it is, I'll put it that way. That's pretty cool. So 50 grains didn't go through that old piece of tough AMF equipment. Let's drop it down to about 30 grains and see what happens this time. Got to get another flattened ball, I'm hoping. That's pretty neat. Let's try 30 grains. Probably go through the first one, but I wonder if we get through the second one or not. Let's quit talking and find out. Oh, hit right there beside that rivet hole. Let's go see the damage. I guess the rubber pad wins. It went through up here, but missed totally the second one. And I don't see any round ball. Let's load up 30 more grains and shoot over on this side, see if we can catch it. Let's move it over to the left a little bit more, Mark. That's probably hard for me to do. See if we can smack it a little bit left, get all 4 of them. I don't even see any holes in that one at all. Let's load that thing up and try it again. I'm not even going to go look for it. Ah, near the top hole of the rivets. I'm kind of excited to see if we'll find that one or not. Let's go look for it. There's number 1 right there. Going all the way through. One of them tiny holes. Number 2. All the way through. Number 3. Did not. It's flat up there. That means that round ball is laying down here on the tarp somewhere. Oh yeah, bingo! 2 of them. With that one. There's another flattened ball. It's got black all over it. Wonder where that black comes from. Oh, you gotta love it. There's another one. I got a round ball. I can go home and melt it and shoot again. Let's back it down to 20 grains and see what happens. Go a little smaller. Sounds awful wimpy with only 20 grains of Swiss in it. But I got it in the middle. Let's go see how many of those pads it went through. Didn't have any trouble finding the round ball in this one. Laying right here. Right there at the bottom of the pads. It's a flattened one too. We'll pour it and shoot it again someday. Splattered on the third one and dropped straight down. 60 grains blasted through them real easily. 30 grains got through 3 of them. And 20 grains went down to 2 of them and decided to give up the ghost. So those cushions for AMF machines designed to stop those 16, 17, 18 mile an hour, 16-pound bowling balls fared pretty well. These little tiny balls. Of course, they're going, 700 or 800 to 1,000 feet a second. Makes a big difference. Thanks, Larry and Sue from Town and Country Bowling Lanes in Aberdeen, Ohio, for allowing me to come work with you guys occasionally and get those junk pads to shoot. Been a great fun. Looking for another experiment soon. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next adventure. Yeah. Oh, them things are tough. Woo.